Hello folks, thank you for tuning in. I'll bring you a rather disturbing story out of the state of New York involving a Queens mailman who says he was so stressed by the number of holiday cards and gifts he was supposed to deliver this year that he simply dumped hundreds of them in the trash. An Ozone Park postman, Daniel, was overwhelmed by the uptick in his early December mail, so he went to a Stop and Shop the night of December 2nd, the first day of his new route, and brought 3 white garbage bags according to federal documents. Unbelievable. This man is a mailman who said he was overwhelmed by his workload and basically threw hundreds of gifts in the trash. He admitted to stuffing the holiday mail in the bags and dumped them in a residential garbage can where they were discovered a few days later. To make it worse, he admitted to ripping open some of the mail to see what it contained. This is absolutely astonishing. The fact that you have a job to do and you say that you're overwhelmed, to me shows a lack of work ethic. It shows a lack of compassion, and it shows a lack of care over the holiday season. You're stealing gifts from kids and people whose families love them and worked hard to send them their gifts. Shame on you, sir. Shame on you. He was arraigned on charges of unlawfully destroying the mail Tuesday. And to make it worse, there was another rogue postal worker. This time, the second mail carrier worked in Brooklyn, but he's accused of swiping 50 gift cards from envelopes and treating himself to 1,000 in goodies over the past year. This postman's name is James. He admitted to tearing the envelopes that he believed to have gift cards and other valuables, and then tossing the greeting cards that had nothing in the trash or wherever he wanted to get rid of them. He was actually caught because a Florida mom took action. Thank you, ma'am. I really appreciate you doing that, and so do the other families who have been a victim to this terrible Ponzi scheme by this man, James. A Florida mom called the post office in August to complain that a $100 Visa gift card she sent to her son in Red Hook never arrived. She provided the gift serial card number, and federal agents tracked down an in-store surveillance of James using the stolen gifts for a shopping spree while still wearing his mailman uniform. You, sir, are one of the dumbest people in the world. Actually, both of y'all are 2 of the dumbest people in the world. Authorities found his wallet, this is James, full of gift cards before arresting him December 21st, the court paper stated. Both of these men face 5 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. One was released on $50,000 bail, and the other was released on $75,000 bail. Now, this is a very sad story because American citizens trust the Postal Service to get their sensitive packages to their family members and their gifts to them over Christmas. And this is just a sick display of selfishness and humanity with a lack of care for the rest of us. It is absolutely a sad story, and these men should be prosecuted to the full extent of the law and served a fine and never allowed to work for the Postal Service or any service that the American citizens rely on for mail, packaging, or anything involving logistical services. This is just absolutely insane. These 2 men had perfectly good jobs and could take care of themselves. Now look at them. Now they both have felonies, and their lives will probably never be the same. Unfortunately, I could care less. For one, you're stealing from people out of the mail. It's an absolute disaster, and these guys should be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. I want to send my deepest sympathies to the families who were affected by this act of negligence and recklessness and selfishness and heathenistic behavior. I would like to apologize to all the children who were affected by this, even though I had nothing to do with it. I feel your pain. I understand. I stand with you guys, and I hope that something can be done to make up for the fact that you guys had to wait for your gifts or never got them. This is a prime example of the disastrous world that we live in and a privileged mentality where people think that just because they have something in their possession, it is their right to do with it what they want. This has been, sadly, a Mixed News Network production. Thank you. Please subscribe.